Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back for some more EVE Online, and the holiday seasons are upon us, so it is time to enjoy all the gifts that CCP is giving us and just try to have some fun in the game, of course. Let's take a look at what we got today. So I just redeemed the two caches that we get every single day if you're Omega. And let's see what's in this one here. We've got some extra body augmentation, so tattoos here, a couple more snowballs, and then 10 hypercores. They do want us to find our way to the hypernet apparently. And then the tier 1, I think that's for the alpha clones, if I'm correct. Just an abyssal filament crate. Is it 3 calm abyssal filament crate? Let's open that up. Or doesn't that work? Open container, there we go. Open another. And open another. So you just get 3 calm filaments, which is of course also there to try to get new players into the abyss. It's been a long time since I've done that. We'll see when I find the time to revisit it. But first of all, we have the chilling spree that's going on. Hit 3 NPCs with the festival launcher to receive 20,000 skill points. So I'm using my Arbitrator for that. Then we just try to find some anomalies, load the snowballs in there and undock. That's for 20,000 skill points. Okay, not bad actually. That's a decent amount. Nothing on this cosmic signature. Then we'll actually go to Dira. Chunka tends to be empty lately for anomalies, so we'll just head out there, try to finish that chilling spree, and after that I am working on getting the DD loyalty points. Let's take a look at that. DD is now at 6,000 loyalty points. I think I need 6,600 plus a little bit more than that, I think, for the final blueprint for my mid-grade Mimesis set that I'm trying to build up. Then we'll put all of that in a clone and we'll take a look at the Triglavian ships. What am I training? Cruise missile specialization. So we'll take the drone assembly. So normally I have the skills for the Triglavian battlecruiser. Let's take a look. Spaceship command, and then it's gonna be precursor stuff. So with the P, there we go. Precursor battlecruiser is at 5. People have said that it's actually a very good ship for running the conduits in. Precursor cruiser at 5. Precursor battleships at 5 as well. Semi-destroyer and frigate. Only precursor dreadnought. I don't have that yet. I'm not even sure if I plan to actually go for that. Here is NPC space, or a first NPC to hit. A small render Alvi. He's all alone, so I'll need to have him call for some backup. Let's fire a snowball. Do disable your launcher after that, and then let's see when it hits. There it comes. Still going. There we go. Hit by a snowball. First one done. That means that we should also destroy him, I guess, with some something that's a bit more explosive than a snowball. So let's use my 2 remaining small launchers. And there's 2 of his friends, which is of course what I need as well. Perfect. There they are. Let's press A3 and stop. First splinter Alvi. Now we can do the same on this one. 3 and stop. Another snowball hits. Oh, did I only have to do 2 of them? No, it's because I launched the snowball. It's still going. It's still going. Is it finally gonna hit? What the hell? There it goes. Finally, that 3rd snowball hit is confirmed, although the chilling spree was already done. This is of course something that you should try to do. I grabbed this Arbitrator because it was pretty easy to just add the festival launcher in there and still have it do everything that it needs to do in anomalies if I want to fly it. It also looks really cool. Not exactly super festive with its dark skin, but it looks very, very cool. Oh, and maybe something else that I want to show, of course. If you need more snowballs to finish these, you can find these Yoiul Festival snowball exchanges just on your overview. There are beacons like that. I'll do a quick warp to so that you can see what it's about. Unfortunately, well, I still have lots of melted, but not nearby Dital. I think I have plenty of snowballs at this point. 20 should get me through the chilling spree. And so you find these not on the probe scanner, but it's just a beacon, snowball exchange that you'll find. And then it's a colored Astrahus. Actually looks kind of cool as well, and yeah, might be an indication that CCP will at some point finally come out with skins for our structures. That would be very cool, of course. I think you just open this up once you're close enough. That opens up an exchange window, and it's like 10 melted snowballs to exchange for one regular one. It's got these fireworks that's shooting up, and it has these snow crystals. I think if you go very close to it, let's see, you can see that's meant to represent snow in space. And there is the very bright skin, which is in... Ooh, this is actually in line. There's the exchange. So if I had 10 snowballs in my cargo hold, I could just press accept and it would turn that into one regular snowball that you can use for the event. But what I was gonna say is that this skin looks exactly like the skin that we received from our day 1 crate. I kind of like the light bluish scheme with a little bit of purple there. I thought it was actually a pretty beautiful skin. The purple doesn't completely dominate everything, and so perhaps this will be like a final day gift. That would be very cool. I would love to put that skin on my Astrahus personally. Either that or skins for structures. I think it would be very, very cool for the game. So as I said, right now it's the holiday season, so this is something that I try to do every day, of course. Claim my gifts, take a look at what it is, and then complete the chilling spree as well for all of those skill points. But lately what I have been doing is grinding down some more conduits for the DED loyalty points, so we'll do another one. I have still been using the Rattlesnake. It's just, in my opinion, the best ship for that. Perhaps the Triglavian ship could compete with it. I think it's got a better rate of fire than the missile launchers. With better application, it could probably be faster and better. But the Rattlesnake is super safe at this point because of its massive, massive passive tank. So let's go. Let's get into that Rattlesnake, which is... I do need to wait, of course, for the session timer to end. And then let's do another Conduit, so that I get towards that implant set. Yeah, it would be cool if that had a skin, especially, of course, something like a corporation or an alliance skin, so that you would have even more logos than just the one on top here. That would be very cool. Let's head to Chunka and let's see if we can run the conduit over there. Other than that, I do quickly want to mention that because it is the holiday season, you know, I might not have that much time to play EVE Online, computer games, or make videos. So thank you very much for all of the support. Of course, almost 20,000 subscribers. That is kind of crazy. If I lapse a day, I'm gonna do my best not to do so. I actually have like the Darkest Dungeon series that's running, that's helping me just to keep up with the daily videos. I'm gonna do my very best to keep that up over the holidays as well. But if I fail, well, then you guys know what's happening, of course. Everybody deserves a break from time to time, and sometimes you even need a break. Right now we have the new Path of Exile League that is absorbing quite a lot of my time. So let's get through that gate. Let's find the conduit here. Local, some people in local. Can do a quick D-scan. Nothing to see here. Not that it matters that much, of course. We're gonna land in the conduit regardless of someone actually running it at the moment. I can basically get a better idea early on when it finally comes into range. What's the range on this 8AU? This one is, oh yeah, 0 range almost, so that's not gonna be visible. We have a Dominix. Is someone trying to run that in a Dominix? I don't think so. With all the webs and all the E-War, that is going to be very hard, but if that's the case, that would be very impressive actually. So let's see, do we also have a mobile tractor unit, which you normally have inside one of these as well? No, it looks like I am the one to trigger it. So lately I've found that when you get out of warp and you look for an asteroid at around 158 kilometers, there it is. Yeah, around that range. There is one that that is pretty much in line every single time with the spawn point of the Triglavian. So let's see, there it is. So that is not a bad alignment. Just do a warp within 70. The tank here is definitely strong enough, so you can do that. There's also one that's like up here that I like, and the one right next to here is pretty good too. So 155, 158 kilometers, that's where I look for the asteroid to warp in on. Just, you know, take that outside view, try to look for the right alignment, and then you warp in right in the middle of them. 3 destroyers, that's a decent amount, so this is gonna make for, I think, a harder conduit than the averages. Let's drop our mobile depot, and on some occasions they really don't like my drones, so these days I definitely focus on getting at least a couple of missile volleys to hit the first one. Everyone, I think, is now red boxing me, and that's when I drop my faction drones, add them to the mix, and get started on everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So first of all, I take the destroyers. Why? I've got very good application on them. There are quite often misses on these small guys, and at this point they're also the highest DPS on the field, so getting rid of them just keeps everything nice and clean. And after that, ghosting, if I'm not mistaken, is against guidance disruption, so that's not so good for my missiles. I also really don't like starving, and the renewings, these are not a problem in these conduits, because you don't end up with like half a dozen renewings, unlike the patrols inside an invaded system. There they can be a problem, and they should actually become your priority at a certain point. Here, really getting rid of the E-War first makes more sense. They are not that important. So next up here, we'll take the starving down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really like that I finally went with the shortcuts on my top slots, on my offensive slots. That way I can basically save a lot of clicking time. I just have to press F, wait for the cooldowns to be over, then I press 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left side of my mouse, and there we go. Everything is being applied. Look at that, 92% shields, still holding really strongly. I don't think I have to pull my drones back as long as this does not happen. If by the end of this wave I need a full reload, I will pull my drones back and do the same thing. If I can get straight onto these next targets and still launch a couple of missiles, and I think that my aggro profile is high enough as well. That's also basically why I use this Nosferatu. Not that it's helpful, but because it should add to the aggro that my ship has and keep my drones safer. So here on this one, yeah, we're gonna go with the exact same thing. Everybody should be boxing me at this point. I should really have done the E-War as well, just to try and increase my aggro profile, and then we'll launch the first 2 missiles or missile volleys, and then you add the drones. Try to keep them safe. Once they get started, honestly, once they switch once, they really have a mind of their own, and they switch very often to your drones, and it really slows you down by quite a lot. So it's definitely worth it to focus on trying to get your aggro high enough so that they do not get a chance to switch, or they do not decide to switch. Tankling makes a lot of sense to prioritize as well. They are actually a threat to your drones, because webbed full targets, fully targeted, a drone goes down pretty fast, even when it is supported by all the Rattlesnake bonuses. And here again we've got ghosting, starving, and harrowing. I think it makes a lot of sense to go in that route, because the harrowing is only target baiting me, and honestly already so big and just sitting still that the incoming damage is not really the worry. So this is going very well. Also Azorias, so perhaps we get some good loot at the end of this. And this has basically become solo content, very accessible, very farmable, with stuff to do. I can now work on building my own set of mimesis implants. I really like it. I feel like for my playstyle, these conduits have been a massive hit. Here 3 left, so we're actually going to do a reload. So that we have our missiles nice and early, hopefully. Now they're going to do full hits, of course. Yeah, of course, they're going to take it down in the next volley. But yeah, we want that DPS available on the cruiser. So we're going to target all of that stuff first. Then just grab some other stuff as well. And here I'm leaving the drones out because I want them to switch to the Vedmak as quickly as possible. Add in that E-War. I want to keep my own profile high enough, so we're also webbing something right away, and then we can add our missiles, and that should be good now. Incoming damage. This is, as I've said, definitely an above average wave for Kikimoras as well. You'll see us go to 50%, maybe even go below 50% because of the bad reload timing, but it shouldn't be a problem. This Rattlesnake can just sit here and really take that Triglavian beating. It is just that good of a tank, which is why I don't focus on getting more damage output or anything like that. Despite the fact that we're getting to that 50%, the cruiser is also going down. I feel very, very safe. So here we go. That one is down. That DPS should start to slow down as well. Now it is at 45%, and you can see that it's almost tanking the incoming damage. Taking down these destroyers is not a big deal. And we are basically back in control. Very, very powerful PvE platform here. Missiles, drones, massive passive shield tank. Very, very good. 43%. Next, please fire. There we go. Next one. So now we should really start to stabilize, although their ramp up might still be causing a little bit of trouble, but it's at 33% that I have my optimal recharge rate. So really it's not a big deal that we get to that 40%. We're nowhere near in danger. We can take everything down like that. We'll take down the ghosting next, I guess. Unless there is a tangling. Should have probably gone after that one. But everything at 6 kilometers means that my berserkers should have plenty of time to come back. And now we should start to rip back up. There we go. 46 coming back into play. So these little frigates are not enough. There's 47. We can handle that, and we'll start ripping back. Another reload. Yeah, the one disadvantage here, but I like the rapid heavy missiles because with a little bit of timing on your reloads, you get that massive DPS burst on the cruiser, and that's definitely part of what keeps you very safe as well. So there we go. Press 4, go after the ghosting. Somehow local went up to 67. All right. Let's hope that there's no ganking squad. Maybe I'll quickly do a quick D-scan. It's a big Cormorant squad. Could be, but we should see it coming as well, because if they come to the Conduit, then they should come over here normally. So, okay, 67 in local, in Chunka, and a massive Cormorant fleet. Could be a Korean fleet here. My first contact with the new Korean player base. Looking at the names, it could definitely be. We've got some maledictions in there as well, I think. And would they be on the gate in Losec? Which is which one? Did Altashinas Dira know? Camela. Maybe we'll if they're still here after this, then I'll quickly take a look at Camila. Although I kind of want my loot as well. We can just save the location and come back for that after that. Massive Cormorant fleet. Local is starting to go down though. Is Camila in range? Yeah, probably. Okay. Final one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scan. I can only imagine Losec being the target. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's because now we're not clicking on this. All right, I can only imagine Losec being the target of that Cormorant fleet. So we'll see if I'm right on that. That one is down, 4.5 million. Let's take a quick look at the loot. 10 million with the damage control mutaplasmid. That's around average, I would say. I think I can usually get to almost 20 million on average for every conduit when it comes to loot and salvage. Let's save this location so that I can come back here. And then let's quickly do a warp on the Camilla Gate and see if there is indeed a Korean fleet waiting out there. Mobile tractor unit is back in. Yeah, that's all quite okay. Do a quick reload. And then could I... now I probably messed up my... yeah, Republic Bouncers. Could they be available somewhere? Okay. What the hell is that? Or could they be on a station? That's possible as well, of course. Would a Korean group be living here? And then I probably filtered is on drones. Can filter that on combat or general. There we go. There they are. Look at that. Somewhere here at least. Yep. Big group of cormorants waiting on the Losec gate. Whoa. two groups actually. Very nice. But alright. Peoples and places. Let's head back here and do our looting. Oh, maybe I could take a quick look at like a pilot here. How new is he? Yeah, that's definitely pretty new. Employment history. 2012 here though. And it's not... no, there's definitely non-TRCU member of... okay, well, a fleet here. A holiday fleet of cormorants. So we drop by to say hello. I'm off to get the loot, and this is basically what I've been doing a little bit when it comes to my time in EVE Online, trying to work on those the loyalty points. You can now see those in the wallet, of course, that we are up to 6. Where's my reward? Where is my reward? CCP? It also didn't despawn, although the warping, the abyssal, that one despawned. Well, maybe we'll have to wait until the site despawns for that to happen. Okay, weird one. Normally, of course, I start to loot here first and don't warp off to say hello to the fleet, which is gone, by the way. Local is back down to 6, so at least we got to take a look at them, drop by and say hello. I'm off to loot some more, and then we'll do some more of these conduits as well. I want to get that final implant. Anyways, that's what I'm doing in EVE Online at the moment. Enjoy the holidays, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.